On the morning of December 28th or 29th, 2023, I was at Quayside Drive in New Westminster. My acquaintance, Sephanit Tades, and I were leisurely strolling along the waterfront esplanade after having breakfast at Craft Cafe. As we chatted, I noticed a rather tall, towering height of a presence, a Caucasian man with ginger or orange-red hair, staring at Sephanit and I for an unusually long period. His expression struck me as judgmental and mischievous. This encounter marked me. There was something unsettling about him, and being under his prolonged, scrutinizing gaze. His towering height, several feet above ours, only amplified the experience, leaving a distinct emotional impression in me. I filed this away in my memory bank, not giving it further thought. But the memory would soon resurface, as if it had not gone deep into the recesses of my subconscious, but was nervously waiting at the door of my awareness to burst in with the cawing of a crow screeching,
"Alarm! Alarm! Predator! Alarm!"
4 months later, starting in late April 2024 and 15 kilometers in another city, guess who I see? The same towering man, but this time in my neighborhood, walking past my home all the way in Vancouver. I saw him a handful of times. On one such occasion, as I was sitting in my front garden taking in the sun, he walked toward me and asked,
"Do you live here?"
An unsettling sensation crept within my bones. This man could be an operative, a private investigator, an undercover agent. On May 6, 2024, God gave me an opportunity to document him. I seized it without hesitation.
Why are you running away?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
This undercover operation against me requires expertise in the craft of deception, manipulation, infiltration, and how to quietly move in and out of someone's life without being noticed. It takes skill, time, planning, and a lot of money. This kind of work is exactly what private investigation agencies specialize in. Many of them are run by former police officers or military personnel who work closely with people still on the inside. One local agency I found, the Wolf Group, writes on its website that their undercover operations include following people, watching them in public spaces, taking their photos and videos, pretending to be someone else to get close to them, visiting their home under a false pretext, infiltrating their workplace, checking dating apps and honey trapping, and even interviewing their friends and family without telling them the real reason. I am not saying that the Wolf Group is involved or that the ginger hair man is a PI. My point is that many of these undercover activities mirror my experience as a targeted individual, and, in the wrong hands, PI agencies can be used to harass innocent people. For at least 18 months, I have been the target of a multifaceted and all-out intrusive covert operation. The consequences have been devastating. Prior to this, I was an executive director and rented a 2-bedroom home. Today, I am unemployed, homeless, on income assistance, and use subsidized services. On top of this, for 8 months, I have largely lived on 1 meal per day. So, who could have this much passion to take me down, to take me out? The Wolf Group charges about $11,500 for 3 months of executive undercover and intelligence gathering work. Someone has shelled out $207,000 at minimum to bury me 6 feet deep. But I would put the cost between $500,000 to $1 million considering the amount of people and activities I have seen. Only people with means can afford this much. For example, a justice of the court or attorney general gone rogue, a business owner turned politician, a cutthroat billionaire who sells adult magazines or forces employees to be part of a pyramid scheme corporate religion, or a Satanist group that demands destruction of the innocent for initiation into its high ranks. It could also be a government leadership team seeking test subjects to experiment new methods for surveillance, crowd control, or behavior modification. Such a motive would be the same motive behind the MK Ultra project that the Canadian government funded and which took place at McGill University. This operation against me also feels very personal. The sort that Masonic or religious science relatives, an ex-partner who has served time for fraud, the obsessed father of their child, unscrupulous ex-colleagues, or that a spiritual group that is a front for sexual perversity and follows the Aleister Crowley witchcraft method would launch. Maybe I am a target of retaliation because I am no friend to the fruitless works of darkness. Instead, I expose them. Thankfully, by God's grace and protection, and by my testimony and the blood of the Lamb, I am still alive. But I am just one man. So, I make a call to upstanding law enforcers to pick up the sword of the Spirit to eliminate all the darkness plaguing me and this city, Vancouver, forever.